What's up, guys? Jeremy Marquez here, J Marketing. I call, you close more real estate listings. We call, you close more real estate listings. I'm already all logged into the Vulcan dialer, and we're not going to make any haste for waste. We're prospecting, not for gold, but via cold calling for real estate listing appointments. Let's go. If you guys are just tuning in, please do me a favor and make sure you give this a like. Make sure you give my business page a like. And if you could, give it a share as well. Give me one moment while I set everything up. In the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, or just want to say hello, please go ahead and do so in the chat. So give me a moment here while I finish setting everything up. Hey, Denise. Just got to make sure I have it shared a few places before I get to dial in, and then we will get rocking and rolling. What's up, Victor? Oh, business, for what I do, as you know, it's as good as we make it. We get out what we put in. So I've been grinding away real hard. All of my clients are happy, and things are going great. Hey, Denise. All right. Had to turn down the double audio. Give me one moment here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have this shared everywhere I need it to have it shared, and then we'll start making some calls here. Yeah, you already know how it goes, Victor. I mean, as long as I'm showing up and as long as I'm on the dialer, which I have been doing, things work out great. You know, my teams are getting lots of appointments. We have a lot of listings happening. Going to have some closings here coming up. As per usual, things are on point. So I'm not going to waste any more time here. I'm going to go ahead and get dialing. If you guys could do me a favor, it'd mean the world to me. Share this or invite folks that you think may enjoy the live stream. And I'm going to go ahead and get to dial in here. Start a watch party real quick. It's a good way to be able to let my friends and colleagues and family know that we are doing some cold calling here. All right, I'm ready to rock. You guys ready to rock? Because I'm ready to rock. You ready to rock? Let's rock. So we're calling expired and canceled listings that are about a week and a half, 2 weeks old. I've already called them a few times. They had a chance to cool down a little bit, so let's see if we can get on the phone. That's right, Victor. How's your dialing going, buddy? We're prospecting for real estate listings, not gold. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that finds that to be a little funny, but whatever. All right, let's go. And as usual, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, like Victor is doing, just go ahead and put it in the chat. And when I get to it, I'll get to it.
D241.
All right, so we got 64 contacts loaded up in the dialer. Older expireds, older canceleds.
mailbox of 6.
Well, it's persistency and consistency. The more consistent you are, the better you're going to get, and the better your bigger your pipeline will build. And you know how that goes, man. Consistency is key. Got some puppies in the background. If you guys are dog lovers, got some little puppies in the background. In a moment here, I'll show you guys the puppies. But they're in their kennel right now, just having a little time out. So we are calling in the San Diego market for my partner down there. And we're calling on expireds and canceleds. Average price point is about $1 million down there. So it's really it's a lot of fun calling on these guys. This is $1 million canceled listing. Thanks for joining. If you're just tuning in, I'm Jeremy.
But the person you called has a voice mailbox that has not.
Jeremy Marquez with J Marketing. I put a link to my business page in the comments. If you guys can find that and give it a like, that'd be much appreciated. And if you guys could like this live stream, or love it, or laugh at it, or be mad at it. Don't be sad at it, though. Gotta have fun out here, guys. Gotta have fun. If you don't enjoy what you're doing and you're not having fun, time to flip the script.
Hey, you reached Eric. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
I'm curious what this property looks like. I'm gonna take a look at it here. The cool thing about Vulcan and most prospecting platforms is they put links to Vulcan and Trulia for the property. So sometimes we can get a peek at the property while I'm dialing. I don't spend too much time researching and stuff like that. That will get in my head. But sometimes it's just fun to look at a picture of the property. Unleash the beast. I love it. So there's the property right there that I'm calling on right now. And $1 million is really kind of the low end for this market. Victor, you could attest to that. You're down in SoCal. Price points down there and just in California in general. I mean, you're paying for location, 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 right? And if you guys are just tuning in, please say hello in the chat. We have about 5 or 6 people in here. Well, down in San Diego, it's about $1 million down there, and the minimum price point that we call on for this is for this campaign is nothing less than 400. So most of the about the average price point in the areas that I'm calling on in San Diego is about $1 million, which is a lot of fun, right? You know, average commission is 3% that my clients charge, about 30 grand on a property like that. So it's nice. You know, it's all about relationships, though. We can't come in smelling like commission breath, because the moment you do that, they're going to hear it. So we really come from the perspective of really wanting to help these folks. And the more that we help, the more we're going to get paid by default. What about you, Victor? While I'm dialing, why don't you share with everybody in here how you're doing? I know a few months ago when we first met, you were transitioning away from one field to real estate. You do have a sales background from what I remember, but over the last few months with COVID and everything as a new realtor, how's your business doing? One of these days, Victor, we'll do a live together, and we'll get you doing some prospecting, and I'll do some prospecting too. How do you think that'd be? How's that sound? Hey, Drew. So once again, guys, I'm making live prospecting calls. Give me a moment here. I'll continue the dialer. I think I got stuck. All right. On to the next. So this is going to be a $2.3 million canceled listing that we're calling on now. Well, it's all about matching and mirroring, and so it really all depends, really, you know. A lot of it's timing. It really all depends on the day, and, you know, whether it's a $200,000 property or a $5 million property. The same approach that we're trying to help these folks. Relationships over the transaction. Relationships over the commission, right? Yeah, we'll talk off of here and we'll figure out a time and, you know, do a little bit of, you do some prospecting. We can maybe do a Google Hangout and then we'll stream that. And so we'll both be making calls at the same time type thing, right? Let's see what's going on here. For some reason, we lost our audio. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, so voice reset. So I'm going to have to reset the dialer here. Just bear with me, guys. You know, sometimes technology is technology. You know, it's not fail-proof. But here's the thing. There's always a workaround, and there's always a way to figure out technology. So let me go ahead and just log back into the dialer. We can log in and pick up right where we left off. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Thanks.
I did pin a link to my business page, you guys. If you guys wanted to check out J Marketing, if you can give it a like and a follow, that'd be great. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, man, time management is key. You really got to, if you're prospecting, you really got to time block your prospecting, just as you would time block, you know, an appointment with the doctor or anything like that, you know, listing an appointment. So you really got to time block your prospecting on your calendar.
Thank you.
You know, for me, I'm dialing, you know, 6 to 8 hours a day for a couple of different campaigns. And so it's really important for me to do time blocking and that type of thing and stay organized and analyze the data as well, right? Because you got to know how many dials it takes to have conversations, how many Hi, Mrs. Marsh. how many conversations it takes to have an appointment, that type of thing. Knowing those metrics is key when it comes to what we do here. And that's the cool thing about Vulcan 7 and Vortex and RedX and Mojo is everything can be tracked. So we can look at the numbers and everything like that. So you know how many dials it takes to have so many conversations, how many conversations it takes to create a lead or a nurture, how many leads or nurtures does it take to be able to create an appointment. And so if you're aware of that type of stuff, time management, you know how much time you need to allocate towards your prospecting, right? So this here is wow, hold on real quick. So this listing I'm calling on right now, guys, is a $14 million cancel listing. Now, we may not get them on the phone, but just for time's sake, for craps and giggles, let's go ahead and take a look at this property, man. So it's listed at 16 million right now, and Zillow says it's pending. But man, it's just pretty cool to be able to call on property like this, and you know, sometimes we get through to them, sometimes we don't. So let's just do the math there. 16 million, that's 30 grand per thousand. So you guys can do the math on that commission. You know, we're talking, you know, over $1 million in commission most likely, right? So there's the property there. It's pretty nice. Let's see if we can get him on the phone. I wouldn't even know what to do with the property. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him on the phone. Well, we can send him a fax. If I had a fax machine, I send him a fax saying, pick up the phone, pick up the phone. No. I don't know what I would do. That was nice though, right? $15 million. We're still calling on it right now. Let's see if they answer. It's in La Jolla, really nice area, but $14 million, man. I'm going to go ahead and print that hot sheet out and come back to it later. On to the next. It's getting a little excited. $14 million property, right? All right, give me a moment here. So his last name, well, I'm not going to disclose that on the live, but I'm looking him up right now. Oh, so it looks like he's an attorney. Yeah, he's a pretty famous attorney. It looks like whoever owns that the listing agent. I'm sorry, the seller himself. We'll see if he answers the phone, right? You guys hear the puppies in the background? Okay, let me see what you said here. 5 hours a day, 30 contacts per day. Yeah, you know, there you go. So for me, a contact is a conversation. So an actual conversation with somebody about real estate, more than just a hire or a buy, right? And so that's great that you're tracking that stuff, man, because That's what it comes down to, is metrics and knowing what your numbers are. So you know what it takes on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis to be where you need to be. So with that being said, where are you? I mean, how many listings you have right now? Are you starting to see some results? Why don't you share with the group about that? Hey, Kenya, how you doing, my friend? How you doing, Aaron? My good friend out in Florida. Agent. So we're going to put that $14 million one into a nurture because I want to keep an eye on it. And then we'll move on to the next now, guys. All right, so this one here is going to be a $900,000 cancel.
Hello?
Hi, Veronica or Samantha?
Who is this?
Jeremy Marquez at Coldwell Banker West.
Don't call me again.
I'm sorry?
A what?
You're going to ask me who I was, then tell me not to call without me telling you who I am?
Yeah, what is this regarding?
Well, you told me not to call you again, so I'll just let you go. So, guys, here's the thing. I'm not going to waste too much time with people that have a bad attitude and are negative. There's really no reason for me to do that. So, there's so many different... Excuse me. Oh, she must have jammed my system. So, there's so many leads that come out on a daily basis. There's no reason to deal with people with a bad attitude. It makes no sense. So I put her on my do not call list, and I will never call her again. That's what she wanted, right?
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
All right. Sometimes it does that when there's a bad connection, so sorry about that, guys. We have Doug in here. How's everything going, Doug? Who else is in here? Please say hello in the chat. Make yourself be known. Don't be shy. It's okay. Everybody in here plays nice. So again, guys, these are expired and canceled listings in the San Diego market. And somebody's giving me some sad faces and mad faces and laughy faces. That's okay. How about some likes and some hearts, guys? So this is a canceled listing. It's $1.4 million.
Hello?
Hi, this is Jeremy with Coldwell Banker West. Mr. Young?
Hi, thanks for calling. Yes, we actually had a Coldwell Banker already called today. And I've been telling everyone the same thing. We're not interested in listing right now, but we're aware of the specific type of a buyer that'd be interested in this home. And if you have that specific buyer that's looking for a townhome in the Windansea area, and interested in making an offer, we'd be happy to talk about that specific individual. But at this time, we're not interested in this.
So only if we had a buyer is what you're saying.
That's exactly right. Yeah, if somebody came along that was very interested in the home, we'd be happy to talk to them. But we're not interested in listing at the moment.
Fair enough. I know you're probably
Okay.
getting bombarded with a bunch of calls and people wasting your time, so I'm not going to do that. If we have any buyers that are interested, we'll let you know. Thank you. So it's almost like he had a script right by his phone, what he was going to say when we call. I love it. See, that's California. These guys, they're on it, they're on the ball, and so I have to be on the ball as well. He told us straight up, if we have a buyer, let him know. Otherwise, follow up down the line. He's not ready to list yet. So what I'll do is I'll put him in there as buyer only, and we'll put him in there for a nurture. And then we'll follow up in a few weeks. And if we have a buyer, we'll let him know. And if not, we move forward, right? There's plenty of leads out there. That's a great thing about these systems is they provide us new leads on a daily basis. Every day, there's leads expiring. Every day, there's for sale by owners. So that's fine. So what I do in Vulcan, or my prospecting platform, is I set them up for a follow-up every week, starting in a month. And then if we have a buyer, of course, we let them know. But my clients that I work for, they have buyers and they work with buyers, but that's not what I'm hired to do. I'm hired to set them up with listing appointments. And so I'll let my client know about this. However, it's not something that I consider a result. So we just move on to the next. And what's awesome is that the platform, which integrates with my Google Calendar, it allows me to set up a follow-up within the system for every single week or however often I want, every day, every week, every month. And then we'll just check in. But here's the thing, like with Mr. Young there, he's pretty straightforward, He's frustrated the property didn't sell. He's frustrated because everybody's calling him. And so he knows what he's looking to do. I have no problem with that. I don't find that being negative. I find that him not wasting my time, so I don't have to waste his time, right? On to the next. So that's the mindset, guys. So not only am I here making phone calls and that type of thing, but I'm also sharing my mindset and some of my trade secrets that I've been able to learn over the years, which, if you guys are going to be doing some prospecting, will save you a lot of time and energy. By the way, not only do I do this for realtors and brokers nationwide, but I'm also going to be rolling out a coaching and consulting program for other assistants, for other teams, other agents. So if you guys want some information on that, please shoot me a message, or you can hop on my calendar and we'll see if we're a good fit. We can work something out in regards to that. Oh, give me 1 second. Hold on. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. So there's a link to my calendar. If you guys are just joining the stream, welcome. I'm Jeremy Marquez with J Marketing. I call, you close more real estate listings. We call, you close more real estate listings. I work with realtors and brokers nationwide in regards to setting them up with listing appointments. And right now we are making cold calls down in San Diego from my home office up in Fair Oaks, which is a town in the Sacramento area. So this is going to be a $1.6 million, well, we're moving on to the next. This is going to be a $875,000 canceled listing. And so there's canceled listings and expired listings.
Hello?
Yes, it's Jeremy with Coldwell Banker West.
And?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, great. Sounds like you're a little frustrated. Did I do something to make you mad?
Yeah, because this is not the right number. Somebody miswrote the number, and I'm getting 1,000 calls from realtors, and you guys won't take my number off the listing.
So this is the first time I've called, but I understand your frustration.
Yeah, it's annoying. My phone rings all day. So I don't know why you guys can't change the listing on the MLS or wherever you guys posted it.
Have you allowed anybody to explain why?
I don't really care. I just want it removed.
Well, that's the attitude that's not going to get you anywhere. Have a good day. So I'm going to remove her from my list, but it's literally impossible to remove that phone number from the listing. So if she would have let me explain, I would have, but I'm not going to waste my time doing so. On to the next.
Seven, 6, 0, 3, 1, 7, 1, 2, 3, 0. Can't take your call now. You can leave a message after the tone. When you have finished,
Smile and dial. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna grab my my drink. All right, guys, let's go. So this is going to be a $500,000 expired listing. It's going to be like a condo, I believe.
Yeah, they could be an associate. Yeah, they could.
Let's get somebody on the phone. So this is going to be a $630,000 expired listing. You guys want to see what $630,000 can get you down in this market? Let's take a look at the link to Zillow. So this is the listing I'm calling on right now. It's off market, so it expired a few weeks ago. That means basically that there was a realtor previous to my team. And so this is what $630,000 will get you down in San Diego market right now. Not a lot. Whereas if you were to look for that same property, that same price point down in, like, let's say, Texas, man, you'd be living large. All right, on to the next. Give me 1 second here. I'm not sure what's happening. For some reason, I lost my audio. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to call some for sale by owners. So what we'll do is we will change the campaign up a little bit. I'm going to flip from San Diego. We're going to go down to Tampa and start making some calls down there. So in the meantime, while I'm doing that, if you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, please go ahead and say hello in the chat. And when it comes to my business and what I do, I'm pretty much an open book. I'm very transparent. It's the best way to be, really, right? So let me go ahead and log into my other campaign here. And we'll start making some calls. Hey, Kenneth. Hey, Sean. We'll start making some calls down in the Tampa area. All right, so I think we have some contacts loaded up from this morning that I didn't quite finish up. Let me take a look here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to be very targeted about these next calls. I have a search folder, which, hey, Melody, thanks for joining in. I have a search folder that will have all of my, so in this database, it's going to be Tampa, right? And then what I can do is I have a search, which separates all the listings for a certain geographic. And my client, my partner, he and his team specialize in a certain area. It's called Seminole Heights. They pretty much own that area. Not only do a few of them live there, but they sell over 100 units every single year in that area. And so they're very well known, which gives us a little bit of an edge. Also, on top of that, the team I'm going to start calling for, they do some really unique things when it comes to the marketing. And I'll go over that here when I start making some calls. I don't want to ruin the surprise for you, but just so you know, they do quite a bit of different stuff when it comes to marketing, which gives them the a little bit of an edge when it comes to going out in the listing presentation and presenting what they'll do to get that property sold. So we'll get some calls going, and then I'll go through the whole pitch, and you guys will have a chance to hear. And then if you have any questions, you can use the comment box, and we'll get to them as I dial here.
Your dial session will begin.
All right, so we've got some contacts loaded, and we're good to go.
You have reached the voicemail box of 8.
So this is going to be a $1.3 million expired listing. 1.3 is a very high price point for this market. It means it's a really, really nice property. So when I get a chance, I'll pull the property up so you can look at the pictures. It's probably right on the water. So Tampa and St. Pete, Florida, it's right there on the Gulf Coast.
You have reached the voicemail box of 81.
So what I did there is I went back to the first number I called. It's a little bit of a trade secret that I will, maybe I'll share it with you in a little bit. Hold on. Let's see if the answer here. Oh man, you guys are going to want to see a picture of this property. It's nice. Right on the water, boat access, yacht access. It's perfect for a guy like Tony Montana. All right, so before I move to the next one, I'll show you guys a picture. So that's the front, but hey, that's not where the 1.3 million is. You're paying for that. So it's right there on the inlet. Has a pool. Man, that property looks just like, have you guys seen that movie Spring Breakers? When the guy is a drug dealer and he has all those chicks or whatever. It reminds me of that property. And you know what? That movie was actually filmed down there. And what's his name? Gucci Man's in that movie. I don't know if you guys are too into hip hop, but sometimes I like a little hip hop, I wouldn't quite call that even hip hop. It's more like gangster rap. Kenny You know what I'm talking about. What's some of your favorite stuff? All right, so this next one, still calling on the 1.3. Sometimes I go back and dial all the numbers again to see if I can get Buddy on the phone. Got the doggy whining in the background, wondering, why don't you let me out to play? I'm like, well, because it's not playtime, it's work time. All right, so this is going to be a for sale by owner. 700,000. It's probably overpriced.
Hi, I'm sorry I missed your call. Please leave your name, number.
I was going to say it's probably overpriced. A lot of times for sale by owners are a little bit overpriced, especially right now in this market. Being that it's a seller's market, they're trying to see what they can get.
You have reached the law offices of Andrew Hamilton. We are unable to take your call at this time. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message.
I believe she said law office, or maybe she said home office. Let's call back and find out. So I know that's the correct number because that's the number. Hey, Kenny, how you doing, man? I hope you're feeling better. I got the message you sent me earlier. My thoughts are with you, brother. Okay, yeah, I'll give you a call when I'm done. Kenneth Kempton, he's actually a mortgage broker. So if you guys have any loans or need some financing, talk to Kenny. He can help you out in California and a few other states, I believe. All right, so hopefully we have a conversation here. This is...
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Odom?
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
Jason?
Yes.
Jeremy calling from Frank Albert's office here at Frank Albert Realty.
Uh-huh.
Giving you a quick call about the property you're selling on Joshua's Bend. Is it still available?
It is.
Okay.
This is a listing call, and I'm not interested.
Oh, so you're not working with agents if they brought you a buyer?
Yeah, I thought.
Well, I know you're probably getting lots of calls from people trying to get you to list, but that would make zero sense if being that you have it for sale by owner, I would think.
Right. You wouldn't believe it.
Well, I would, because that's really, unfortunately, how a lot of my counterparts work. And unfortunately, I do have to do business with them every day. But it looks like you have it at $700,000, and you're doing a for sale by owner, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be straightforward and to the point, and I kind of already asked you. So you're open to working with realtors if they presented a buyer that was qualified?
Yes.
Okay. And, your area, the 33612, and, I'm looking at some of the pictures here. Looks like a great property, and the area is nice. Why are you selling?
I have a property in Luton I'm building on.
Oh, okay. So you're going to unload this and move to the new construction.
Yeah.
Very nice. How soon do you have to be there? Or is there a rush? Or
No rush.
Okay. So if we presented a buyer, you'd be willing to work with us. Are you doing any open houses, or what are the plans with that for allowing us to look at it?
Not yet. I wanted to see how the first week or so went, and how much inquiries we got, and our bookings are starting to accumulate. So I probably wouldn't schedule an open house for a couple of weeks.
Gotcha. Well, hey, the market's super hot, and you probably won't have an issue getting it done at the price you want. But let me just throw this out there. 6 months down the line, if you can't get it done on your own, are you going to be working with a realtor on the listing side?
If I do, I already have friends and family members that I would use.
Fair enough. Now, what I'd like to do, if you're open to it, is have one of our listing buyer specialists look at the property, and then from there, let you know when we have a buyer.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Are you going to be, let's see, today's Tuesday. What's Thursday look like for you? Early afternoons or evenings?
Are you talking about a phone call or an actual in-person?
Well, one of our specialists will come by and look at the property before presenting it to our buyers that we have in place.
Yeah, Thursday's the earliest we're showing it. We've already got 2 showings, and so Thursday wouldn't be good.
Okay, I'm pulling the calendar up for Friday. Does 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock work better for Friday?
Probably 4 o'clock.
What I'll do when we get done here is text you and email you the name of the specialist that's going to come by. Would you prefer a text or email or both?
Email's fine.
What's the best email that I didn't see it here on the summary online?
Well, just text me at this number then.
Just text you? Okay.
Yeah.
Again, my name's Jeremy. I work for Frank Albert Realty. I'm going to create a group text with the name of the agent that will come by Friday. You said 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock works best?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock? Okay. Now, anything other, let's see here, are you still there, living there, or have you moved to the new property?
No, we're still here.
Okay. So when I get done, I'll shoot you a text. It will be a group text. And then if you could just reply back that you got that, and then we'll see you at 4 o'clock on Friday.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Mr. Odom.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So here's the thing. We're going to ease right into that one. He's not ready to list yet. Very clear. However, it's a $700,000 listing. Frank Albert Realty, we do work with a ton of buyers. And we may have some buyers that are interested. At this time, though, we're going to go by, have the introduction, shake his hand, look at the property, and then from there, just let him know different things we can help him do along the way to help get it sold. Now, it would make 0 sense to me in that phone call to try to talk about listing. That would have killed the conversation, and it wouldn't have gone anywhere. The good thing is, Frank Albert Realty not only works with listing properties, but they also work with a bunch of buyers too. So when I set this up, I'm going to make sure that the agent that goes by that I assign it to is aware. They're going to be able to listen to the phone call, read all of the notes, and we're just going to establish a relationship and slow play it. So we may have a buyer, and then, a month, 2 months, 3 months down the line, when he's going to bring one of his friends in or family members in to list that he was talking about, we'll go for an interview with that as well. And most likely, we'll be able to do some things along the way to help him do that for sale by owner to be able to win that business a little bit. And hey, if he doesn't work with us, that's fine. Whether or not he does now or in the future, who knows? We can establish our relationship, have that as a good contact for a referral type relationship, and then just move forward. So, guys, it is 3 o'clock. What I'm going to do here, 6 o'clock on the East Coast, I'm going to finish this live up right about here on a good note, take care of some admin stuff. And again, guys, just to recap a little bit, I work with realtors and brokers nationwide when it comes to setting up listing opportunities and creating relationships for them in the marketplace. However, I only have so much bandwidth in the day. I've been doing this full time for a couple of years now, and I enjoy it. What I'm gonna be doing, if you guys just keep following, I'm gonna be rolling out some information, and if you want some information now in regards to coaching and consulting, setting up prospecting platforms, the systems, things like that, as well as training your assistants and other team members that you have, they're going to be doing prospecting. I'm going to be rolling out a program for that as well. So if you're interested in me doing some prospecting and setting an appointments for you or your team, we can talk about that. Or if you're curious about the consulting and coaching side, we can also talk about that. I'm Jeremy Marquez, J Marketing. I call, you close. Have a good day, guys.